New at 11, a disabled Parma Heights man says he was unfairly ticketed multiple times for walking his service dog without a leash.
Yep, he believes the city's dog leash law violates federal law. News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis is on the case.
Simply put, Parma Heights resident Ralph Tescar believes that City Hall here needs to revise the city's leash law when it comes to service dogs.
If there were people around, maybe I would understand a little bit more. But the park was empty.
Ralph Tescar can't believe he was issued this ticket for walking his service dog, Sally, here at Kurtz Park in Parma Heights. Tescar says he needs Sally as a guide after a serious injury left his back broken and fused more than 5 years ago. Tescar says he took the ticket to the city prosecutor, who dropped the case.
I think he knew, in his heart at least, what happened was not right, and he dismissed it and told me to go home.
But then, just last week, while walking Sally without a leash,
same officer sees me in the same spot, drives totally around the park, pulls into the park, waits for me to come to my car, gives me a citation.
Days later, the second ticket was also dropped. Tescar believes the Parma Heights leash law contradicts federal guidelines under the Americans with Disabilities Act when it comes to service dogs like Sally.
If a service dog, for the needs of its handler, needs to be off leash, it is allowed if that dog is always under control, either verbally or by hand signals.
And Tescar says he'll continue to walk Sally without a leash under the rights provided by her official registration, hoping he won't be ticketed again.
I don't think a city has the right to ignore a federal law.
And the city's leash law was put into place to protect residents on city property. We reached out to the Parma Heights mayor's office to see if it would consider an amendment to the city law, a law that Tescar says is in desperate need of revision. Reporting here in Parma Heights, I'm News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis.
And we looked up the federal guidelines for service dogs according to the Americans with Disabilities Act. And it says a leash can be excluded if it impedes a dog's ability to do its job and if that dog can be controlled with verbal or hand commands.